Are we live?
Peace and black African power to all my people. Thank you. It's your brother CJ, aka Black, and my good brother Guy. And basically, today, what we are doing is one of the first of many different broadcasts. And tonight, we're going to just be doing basically open discussion. My brother Guy in Hollywood he wants to come on and speak on, the Black Panther movie, and it's a whole bunch of issues. So I'm hoping that we can get, some type of love from you guys, like in the chat room or whatever. But let's go. Black Power.
Yeah. What up? What up? Guy in Hollywood. Just letting you know, man. I advise everybody should go see the Black Panther movement. I mean, the movie, because there's a lot of deep messages in there and a lot of action. Very deep movie. I'm not gonna tell you for those who haven't seen it, I'm not going to tell you what went on because I don't want to spoil it for y'all. But I would say that it's definitely for kids. It's definitely something that the kids will love. And even though that it's I think it's a PG movie. I believe it's a PG movie. But it's definitely a great movie. It's hit home. It really hit home. It gets deep. It talks about a lot of messages. It a lot of deep messages as far as your DNA. They shows that in the movie where they show the DNA under their lip to let you know that, hey, I'm from Africa. I'm from that place. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Wakanda or whatever. They show the tension between the black man here in America and the black man in Africa. And you don't know if the villain is a hero or he's really an evil villain. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of gives you that you kind of question it. The sisters look like real sisters, and a lot of stuff that they show in the movie they took from real life events. As far as they didn't lie as far as our culture. You had women warriors that protected a male king. Sisters were warriors. You know what I'm saying? Can fight and willing to die for the king. So it's a very deep movie. You know, some parts you might get emotional. Because it hits home, and it's definitely kids. I've seen a lot of kids been excited and dressing up like the women warriors. Young males, young black males want to look like T'Challa, he's the Black Panther, T'Challa. So um, Angela Bassett was beautiful, beautiful woman. Falls Williker did his thing. Um, the costumes was awesome. The African fashion wear was nice. I mean, it was just the fighting scenes was good. Um, Storyline was good. There was no N word used. There was no homosexual sexual activity in the movie. It was clean, straight to the point, and it kept it African, and I loved it. You know. So Craig, you gotta check it out, brother. You know,
Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of air up in here. But yeah, yes, sir, yes, indeed.
yeah, you gotta check that movie out, brother. You're gonna it's
And
deep.
I see everybody just basically, man, just going in about the movie. I'm talking about to the point to where that movie it must be have some type of significance within that movie. There must be some type of message. And at the end of the day, the way I look at it, like you were saying, previously the last time we were talking about this
Mhm.
movie. If one person, if we can bring change,
Mhm.
one of our people, then it's worth it. You
Right.
know, that's the way I look at it. To the point I haven't seen the movie yet because, as you know, I've been going through, my own personal issues
Right.
or
Right.
whatever. I don't want to discuss, on the air right now. But yes, sir. Like, could you tell me a little bit about, like, could you give me a review of the movie if you could?
Um. Basically, is a meteorite, according to the comic book. This meteorite fell on in Africa in this place called Wakanda. There's no such thing. There's no such. Just let people know the hardcore race, black race movement. There's no such thing as no Wakanda. Just comic book. Uh, it's something they just put in the comic book. Meteorite came. Um, it was found by a local, uh, the local people in Africa, and they realized this meteorite had this glowing blue uh, substance that uh, that it can heal people, like it can do wonders. And they use that whatever metal or I think it's a metal. It's some sort of metal that landed on Earth or whatever. So they used it. I forgot the name of it, but they used it and they create this powerful civilization. And um, it can heal people. It can make you strong, give you powers. So Black Panther, he's very fast, very strong, very quick, and when he drinks it, um, it gives him this ultimate power. More. He's stronger than Captain America. You know, and they have something that they can get rid of it too, and you see that in the movie because that's the only way he could become a throne. Because in order to take this take this liquid that the meteor was carrying, they had to he had to prove himself that he's a warrior. He has to fight. Just like any other tribe do. They fight to see who's capable. They just whoever was deserved to be on that throne.
Yes,
They
sir.
had to duke it out. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, but he couldn't have these powers. He has to duke it out being himself. So
Yes,
when
sir.
he win, he get to drink this stuff and he become the Black Panther.
Yes, sir.
What I like about the movie too is that they show no type of religion, no type of white man religion, whether it's
Yes, sir.
uh, Islam,
Yes, sir.
Christianity. You won't see that. Um, you see people worshiping their ancestors, and I love that. I love that, man. It's like they say when you die, you live among the people that your ancestors, whether it's your father, um, certain people, leaders before you, and you go to this special place where you live in harmony. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And each person become a panther. They be on the trees and then they turn in their human form. They was like, it's a really deep. It makes you think. It makes you think like, wow. You know, and so so those religious fanatics, the fanatics going to be. They probably the black fanatics, religious fanatics. They probably may be disappointed. Like, oh my God, they ain't show Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So. Um, or they ain't show Muhammad or nothing like that. So you won't see none of that in it. You won't see no no European religious cult, which is wonderful. So basically, um, they found the city is built beautiful, one of the best advanced city all over the world. Um, what's that guy who played Iron Man? Tony Starks, from Iron Man. That's his name, right? Tony Starks, correct?
Oh, okay. Just give me a second, bro.
Mhm.
Okay, basically, what's going on right now? I'm speaking with this sister Rashida Strober. I'm trying to get her into the live stream or whatever. I just gave her the link to our live stream. She's
Okay.
talking about the same issue right now as we speak. She's talking about the Black Panther movie and all of that stuff. She's live on Facebook right now.
Okay.
So I just gave her the link. She said she would definitely come in
All
or
right.
whatever. This is actually, you ever heard of the sister that I was telling you about, the dark skinned activist? The sister my brother Tyleek speaks about and all of those things. I think he talked about it a couple different times. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but I'm really, brother, she is a very brilliant sister.
Mm,
I'm talking about she has a degree, and I mean she has like the gift of gab and
mm,
everything, when
okay.
it comes to those type of things. So I'm trying to get her to participate in this discussion because she's actually doing a Facebook live right now, and she claims that she will be tuning in. But I want to actually get her in on this discussion. I mean, it would really, 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 be beneficial to to be able to get this sister to
Mm,
join in. So I posted the link for the most part. I posted a link, to her page and all of those great, things. But
hmm.
yes, sir. But did you have a question for me,
No, no,
my
it's
brother?
the guy named Tony Starks from Iron Man.
Yeah, from Iron Man, definitely.
Well, the movie, that's how advanced they way more advanced than him
Yes, sir.
as far as technology.
Sir.
Like it looks his stuff that he makes is primitive, looks primitive. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? So that's why I kind of really loved about the movie because it shows that if we wasn't colonized, it's kind of the movie's kind of just letting you know what if Africa wasn't colonized.
Yes, yes, sir.
What if when Africa was really up to their potential, if they wasn't invaded, if just been left alone, what would they do with the resources that they have? You see what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying?
Yes,
So it
sir.
just kind of make you think. Just that Wakanda wasn't invaded, so they was kind of left alone, and they was in their own little bubble. As long as they were left alone,
Yes, sir.
they grew into
Yes, sir. Yes,
a
sir.
powerful country.
Definitely. Okay,
So
brother. Oh well, I don't mean to cut you off, my good brother. Well, I was gonna see, is there any type of way? Well, actually, I think I can share the link from the message that you sent me. I'm just trying to, man, hopefully get this beautiful sister to, join in because, it would really be beneficial to the discussion and
mhm,
things of that nature because we have, one of our people, one of our African people as of right now, speaking on this exact same issue. She's doing it by herself
mhm.
or whatever. So I'm going to share that link with her, but go ahead and continue, my good brother.
Yeah, so basically it's just more like just advanced city, and it's it's pretty much a uh, a family feud between T'Challa, which is the Black Panther, and his father,
Yes, sir.
and what his father had done, and he didn't tell him, and his cousin is the villain.
Yes, sir.
Sort of. Supposedly he's like the villain, and he's upset because he was left here and to endure the oppression and racism, even though he served as a Navy SEAL. and I mean he was well equipped as a fighter. He was a good fighter, very good fighter.
Yes,
But
sir.
he had a lot of he was very angry. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And you see that in the movie. He was very angry, especially when he met up with his cousin T'Challa, and the
Okay.
cousin's name is Killmonger. I think that's his name, Killmonger.
Okay.
And you will have more if you watch the movie. You will have more connection with Killmonger because he was brought up in the states,
Okay.
and
Yes,
you
sir.
can feel his anger.
Yes, sir.
And it was just it kind of make you like it make you think a lot of deep messages. It was one scene where the girl who I call her Michonne from The Walking Dead. She's in it, beautiful
Okay.
woman,
Okay.
and she's married to the guy who played Get Out. He's in the movie too. The brothers. You remember that movie Get Out?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he's in that movie too. So she's married to him. So she wore this ugly wig on her, and because to disguise herself, and she said, "Damn, I can't wait to take this stupid thing off my head." So that was like a message right there, like sisters, she rather be natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Things like that goes in a movie. But I don't want to tell you too much because it's just I'm just gonna give you this a lot of deep messages, a lot of deep messages.
Yes,
So
sir.
and there's two endings. There's the first ending after the movie, then after the credits is another ending. So basically, the whole thing. Some people would say, well, the whole thing is leading up to the Infinity Wars. That's what it is. Where everybody all the Marvel come together to fight this great enemy. So, but other than that, it was a real excellent movie. Um, like I said, whatever to me, I can learn from this movie. I learned that um, our traditions have been, I've learned that our traditions have been taken away, have been stolen from us. You know, so they talk in a language. I mean, there's the subtitles is very not if you have subtitles. They speak in an African language, but other than that,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, a lot of it's very deep, man, very deep, but very very a lot of action. Um, and you'll see that, like I said, you'll see the tension between the two cousins. One cousin he wants to be, he looked at his cousin like an outsider. And we know how that is. You're not one of us.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get that.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? So you
Yes.
see what I'm getting at.
Yes, sir.
hmm So
And
yeah, it's deep. It's very deep.
yeah, yes, sir. That's mad respect, and man, I really appreciate you coming on and breaking it down about the movie because, like I said, I haven't really been able to check it out lately because I've been having like personal my own personal issues and stuff going on, but I've been hearing a huge buzz like on social media, social networking, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or whatever about that movie. So I definitely know that, especially, if for the most part, if my people are, out here speaking upon this movie, in this manner, that it has to carry some type of significance. Like there has to be some type of significance for this movie, you know, to be able to at least, some show some type of positive image,
Mm,
about black people, here in America. At the end of the day, the way I look at it is definitely entertainment, and it's going to be like something that's entertaining. But at the same time, like the way I look at that, it's like Negroes don't complain when it comes to, going spending money to watch Superman,
hmm
Batman,
Yep.
Captain America,
Yep.
the X-Men,
Yep.
and whatever other man that there is definitely not black. So Therefore, what I will say, since we as a people have been indoctrinated into not really having any type of like positive images to show us as being great, I can't knock the movie, so the average, ordinary, American Negro, has been indoctrinated, through school, through media, through music, and all of that stuff. So it's like when we have like a positive image, like showing us as being something great, like to be able to see a black man, become a superhero and, you know, be something great and do something
Yeah,
for his people.
the whole cast was black.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The whole cast was black, which is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know?
indeed. Yes, it
You
is.
only had what, two white guys in it?
Yes, sir.
That was it. Yeah, yeah, two
My
white.
thing is at least to be able to like let a little black child know that they can strive for greatness at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, like you were telling me. If we can save 4 or 5 people, or if we can change the minds of 4 or 5 people, I would
Right.
say job well done. It's a
Mm-hmm.
slow process. It's a slow process, and it's like, that's what I have. I'm definitely going to be checking the movie out pretty soon. I
Right.
just got to get things going. I just recently had to do some repairs on my car. Should have cost
Okay.
me. I mean, I had to come out of like $1,400, 1,500 and
Mm.
stuff of that nature. Then I've been having my own personal issues and problems and stuff going on, with my wife and all of those things. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely gonna check out the movie and I'm gonna embrace the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to embrace the movie. I'm going to try to find the messages. But at the end of the day, one message that I already know is the fact that it just shows that, black people are great. Like we are not like a group, like a race of heathens that,
Mm-hmm.
never contributed anything to civilization,
Right.
things of that nature. So, definitely. So I really
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
you.
gonna be expired. I mean, if
Yes,
you're a
sir.
comic book head, just look at it as it's just a comic book. But
Yes, sir.
like everything else, it has messages, it has morals to it, and you know, a lot of these. What I don't like is that you had a lot of criticism of people who's not comic book heads.
Yes.
They thought they was getting some like Malcolm X and Nat Turner type of thing. It's like, no, you're not watching Glory, you're not watching Malcolm, you're not. It's a comic book, and have Killmonger did some things in the movie to other black people? Of course, he's a villain. That's what villains do. Just like you have the Joker and Batman does some things to white folks. But there, you don't hear white people saying, "Oh, oh, I don't like the way the Joker did. He should be killing black people."
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's nonsense. It's a Marvel. It's a comic book, and I have people unfriend me because I just couldn't see the logic.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I told them I said you sound like idiots, and I like how he said it best. He said, "Y'all dream killers. You got babies looking at this stuff and being inspired, saying, look at the kings and queens, and this is through a comic book." And he even said, "Yo," he said, here's some real kings and queens." He said, "You like that? Here's some real ones." And he even said that these so-called revolution pro-black morons, he said, "Y'all dream killers." He said, "Y'all don't know how to just look at it where people are being inspired, just to see themselves as become superheroes, as well as being kings and queens. The women in there look beautiful,
Yes, indeed.
and the brothers was looking like brother. They looking like men,
Yes,
like
indeed.
men. Okay,
Yes.
that's how black men should be. You know what I mean? Black women should be, and I love that.
Yes, sir.
So we have to take that. Maybe we can learn something from it. Oh well, it's from a white writer. Yeah, but a black man directed that. He directed it. He could have
Yes,
put
sir.
mixed people in it and and say, oh, these are African people. No, he kept it all
Yes, sir.
black. It was brothers, black people that you and I can relate to,
Yes,
that
sir.
we grew up with. We have family that look like that, you know what I mean? We
Yes,
got
yes,
friends that are, brothers, like, I mean, black, you know what I'm
yes.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I hear
it's
you,
it's a
brother.
beautiful thing. I like that. I like that. And it's nothing hateful. We're not talking about hateful because we've been deprived for so long. And we see a lot of superheroes. Like I said, we see a lot of superheroes from DC to Marvels. And just to put one black person among all these white people, and it's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I'm a Libra. I'm about fairness. So it's
Yes,
nothing
indeed.
hateful. And the movie made a lot of money. It went to like 400 million.
Yeah, okay.
Knocked.
That's what's up.
I mean, still making money.
Right, okay. Yes,
So
indeed.
this brother, he has, he's not Annette Parker.
Yeah, he's not a
He's
Nat
not Annette
Parker.
Parker. He's not he's a true brother director. I like the brother.
So he's a true brother married to a true sister?
Yes.
Okay, so he's not a Nat Parker. He's not
No, he's not
a
Annette Parker. He's
coon
no, he's none of that.
somebody. Like, yeah, that was my one of my issues with Nat Parker because like when it comes to Nat Turner, like you needed somebody revolutionary to create that movie. Like
He
not
did.
some
He did
coon that's
that
weird.
movie. Let me tell you something. I didn't buy the movie. I didn't go
Yes, sir.
support it,
Yes,
and it was just it was he done he to me, and Nat Turner is one of our ancestors.
yes,
You
indeed.
know what I mean? And
Yes.
when you do a movie like that,
Mhm.
I want to see it. You don't. I just feel like he done Nat Turner injustice, man. Like
Right.
that to me, it was watered down. It was
It
watered down.
watered
That's
down.
not how it was. Not
Hmm.
according to the book. That's not
Yes.
how it was. It was. It was. I want to feel revenge. I want to feel it. I want to feel
Yeah.
like
You want to
we've
see
been
the
so oppressed so
heads.
long. I
You
want
want
to
to
get
see the
out.
white
We gotta
heads getting chopped off for
They
the
should have showed more of
body,
that, and they should have
baby
showed
getting
it. They should have showed
burned,
it. I want to see the cutting.
dead.
I want to see the blood. I want to see it. But they didn't
Yes,
show. They didn't show nothing. They
I
didn't
mean,
really show nothing. They
what do you
cut a lot of stuff.
expect from a Negro that's got a white girl tucked off in the closet? Like, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, he's met, it's all about the status quo. Like, when it comes to a Negro like that, I mean, man, he's not gonna, you can't expect a Negro like that to show a adequate representation of, who Nat Turner really was as a person. Like, man, like you say, he gave us a watered down version.
Very watered down.
A
Very
watered
watered down.
down version. Yes, sir.
And he was trying. And of course, of course, the white media didn't want the movie to put out, but we already know why. We don't. You can't show a black man wanting to get out of slavery. Why would you want that? But I just feel like you know the way he made the movie, it seemed like to me he didn't want to show too much because he didn't want to offend his white wife. I don't know.
Yes,
I just
sir.
feel like it's just somebody's on.
Somebody's on.
Yep,
Wait just a second. Oh, is that Miss Rashida?
I think so.
That's Miss Rashida Strober. Oh, wait a second. Her mic is muted. Hey, Rashida, how you doing? Rashida. She's a beautiful sister, brother. Like,
Mm.
this is one of the sisters I was telling you about. I've been watching some of her
Tell her
videos and
turn the
stuff.
mic on.
Yeah, cut your. Hey, we can't hear you. We can't hear your mic. Your microphone. We can't hear your microphone. Rashida, your mic is muted. Your microphone is muted. We can't hear you. Wait, sir. Let me. Wait, sir.
Yeah, you could text her or something.
You could text in the chat. I don't know
Oh,
why it's saying. I don't
yeah,
know why it's muted. Yeah, I definitely want this sister to get on and break it down because the thing is like she's a she has very excellent orator skills, way
Yeah,
better than me. I could only wish to be as good of a speaker as her one day.
I don't know what she. Her thing is still muted.
I know. Rashida, we can't hear you.
Tell her to click on the top of the thing. Let me see.
Oh wow, I got a reflect. Oh, I got a shadow going on back there. What the hell's going on? See my shadow. Oh, she says she's trying to unmute it now.
Okay.
I wonder how does she unmute it? Because like when I joined in, I didn't have to worry about that. Okay, basically, Rashida, you should see like when you scroll your mouse over like the video, you'll see like at the top, it'll say something that says mute microphone, turn camera off, adjust bandwidth usage, settings, and end call.
Oh, she can
Like,
hear you. Right.
okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess she can hear me. She's trying to unmute it. So, I mean, let's continue. She'll definitely jump
Okay.
in the discussion once she gets everything.
Just tell her to go. Put the arrow up, and you'll see like a list, like a mute camera. You can
Mhm.
add. Oh,
Oh,
she turned off.
well, she dipped out, but she'll be back or whatever. So, I mean, at least, you know,
Okay.
as of right now, I'm just showing you. I think she just. Okay. Oh my God, my brother Larry just added me.
All
Wow.
right. Add them on.
My brother Larry Finney. I know you know him. Let me send him a link to this. I've been listening to this brother for ages.
That guy can talk.
Oh man, he's an excellent talker. And sometimes I just sit up and fall asleep listening to him.
Yeah, I don't. That I don't want to
So what you mean?
do. I ain't trying to fall asleep. That means
No, I
that.
mean what I'm saying sometimes, because like I meditate at night. I
Oh, okay.
meditate at night. Sometimes I'll go to Sonetta TV. I'll just see like what's the recent topic.
Yeah.
I'll have the brother like sometimes like man, he was breaking it down, man, when he got into the debate with Jabari.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's had debates with Jabari. He's had debates with Polite,
Yeah.
and all of those type of things. But what I'm trying to say, like in the word of the hood, it's time to turn up. It's time to
Yeah.
turn the stream up, like to the point. Like I mean, eventually I can really get the stream popping. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to the point we'll have this thing really, really, really growing.
Yeah,
Because you
man.
know how the African supremacy show used to be.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it just takes a lot of dedication and consistency. It takes dedication, consistency, and a lot of promotion and stuff. And then eventually we can. So I'm as of right now, I'm just learning how to operate this new mixer
Mm.
that I just purchased. I'm just trying to learn how to operate that, get everything going right with that. Eventually, I'm gonna pick up a nice camcorder that I
Okay.
need so I can get a way better video. I need some lights and I need a backdrop. Like that's why I'm cutting my stuff off because I don't want everybody to see
Oh,
how crappy it looks.
right, right,
How
right.
crappy like these old fashioned closet doors look
Mm.
or whatever. So yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, pick me up a backdrop and you know picking up a webcam. I got to get this one splitter cable so I can implement like a blog talk radio show. And my brother basically said there is a
All
show
right, you back
called Real
on.
Talk, Real Solutions. You ever heard of a show called Real Talk, Real Solutions?
Yeah, she back on, but her thing
Yeah,
is
no, I
still
see.
mute.
I see the good sister, the beautiful sister. I see her. But okay, now what I'm asking, have you ever heard of a show called Real Talk, Real Solutions?
Real talk, real solutions. No.
Okay, basically, my brother Tyleek Ibn Ra. Okay, Here's what he's
Yo,
saying. Okay, he
is
says,
it? Well, hold on, time out. Is it any
okay.
way we can direct her? Because
I don't
uh,
really see an option. Like the
no,
only options, the only options I see is like when once you put the mouse pointer
yeah, put the
over the
mouse point
video.
on the put the mouse point on the
I
screen.
want you to interrupt. I want you to come in and go off. Like I want you to interrupt. It would be nice. It would be nice if you could get your mic unmuted because I would like you to come in here and go off
Yeah,
because I know you can do it.
put your mic on the screen. You'll see like a list. You see add friend, mic. You see a camera. I don't know if she can
But
see
it's
it.
cool. She says she's just listening. I mean, if she gets
Uh,
things worked out,
all
then
right,
she definitely will be joining the discussion.
all right.
We can definitely continue and proceed.
So now let's go at your man who claimed he hates Africa.
And my good brother Talik.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna share something because he's into the whole Muslim thing.
Yes, sir.
And let me do something here real quick. God, my mouse is messing up. All right, let me share this real quick. Just give me 1 second. Oh shoot.
Because I love all my people. Like the way I look at it, I love my brother Talik. Like I love all of my brothers. Like regardless of what type of differences we might have in doctrine or ideology, like at the end of the day, like we are all still people. And one thing what I hate is to see black people fall out based off of your historical beliefs, like your beliefs of our
Oh,
historical origin.
she on mic her thing.
Rashida, it's unmuted, but I can't hear you right now.
She got to turn it up.
You turn your microphone up some. Okay, there she go right there. Turn your mic up. You're coming in, but we can't hear you for some reason. You're coming in, but we can't hear you for some reason. I don't know why. But we'll get it going, man. I mean,
Right.
like I see you're definitely, down. Like that's why I just sent you a friend request and I want you to add me for the simple fact that we need to chop it up because like you really, really, really come with some real stuff. Like I don't watch, man, so many of your videos. You just don't know.
Then do you see something?
Okay, let's go. Let's go off into the discussion. She'll get in when she can. But
Right.
go
Do you
off.
do
Go
you
ahead.
see anything?
I see a map of Africa, yes indeed. And I
Okay, here we
see
go.
that's
This
right, let's
is
go.
this is what Elijah Muhammad has said because he said we're not African people,
Hmm.
but Elijah Muhammad said the white race has been a disgrace. Has been a disgrace. The white race has been disgracing the entire black nation of the earth. He used the word Africa. Africa is suffering under the same wicked power of the white race and having an awful time trying to get rid of herself of such a demon. She will do so, and soon. By Elijah Muhammad, The Fall of America, page 83, 1973. This is coming from Elijah
Okay.
Muhammad. He didn't say
Okay.
America. He didn't say Asia. He said Africa,
Yes, sir.
black nation of the earth.
That's right.
So I'm just saying, remember, he said Elijah Muhammad was his hero since he was 10 years old. Now all of a sudden he wants to go against his teachings? I'm confused.
Okay.
I don't know what you think about that.
My thing is this. I would love to be able to have the brother Talik come on and speak for himself and defend himself or whatever. Like I say, I want to put together like we can have a friendly debate. And it doesn't have to be a debate. What it can be is basically two different people coming online and just offering like a difference of opinion. Like, of course, you know me that my heart is with Africa. Like, I greet people with the beautiful salutations of Black African power because, I got love for Africa. I mean, my people are from Africa. Like I
Right.
come from Africa. I am the descendant of slaves who were brought over during the transatlantic slave trade, forced into bondage, forced to not be able to practice their religion, their customs, their culture, stripped away at the shores, taken away from their families, taken away from their children, like, and all of these type of things. So basically, what I'm saying, I definitely embrace Africa, but at the same time, I keep my ears open because I am not going to like I'm not going to stop someone from being able to voice their opinion
Hmm.
because everybody has their opinion.
Right.
Everybody's entitled to it. What I like to do is just I try to offer a platform to where people can congregate amongst each other and put their ideologies on the table. And at the end of the day, the people will decide.
Hmm.
The people will decide. The people will make the decision what path they choose to take. Like you're gonna have like the Hebrew Israelites, the Moors, and people like that talking about we indigenous to the Americas. There's no such thing as the red man
Hmm.
and all of these type of things. But me personally, like I'm not ashamed of Africa. I'm not ashamed of Africa
Hmm.
because the way I look at it, and I said this last night, if we were indigenous to these lands, why the way I look at it, why would the white man go out of his way to depict Africa in such of a negative light? Why is the white man in Africa? Why is the white man in Africa destroying the natural resources, like
Why
stealing
would
the
he show us?
diamonds and the mines? Like
And why would
why?
he show? And why would he show us negative images of Africa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Through all
Yes,
my
sir.
life, it was always, the baby with the flies on his face. You know what
Yes,
I
sir.
mean?
Yes,
So,
sir.
but I want to show you something because, like I said, I like scholarship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's this book I want to show you. Just let me know when you're ready.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sir. I'm watching. I'm just trying to.
Okay.
I'm hopefully trying to send a couple links out to get
Yeah.
maybe possibly a few more.
I don't know. I don't. Well, I don't know what happened to Shorty.
Yeah, she's. I mean, man, she's going through some things with her setup, but
Okay.
at least she tried.
Right.
At the end of the day, so that's definitely a sister that we will be able to possibly link up with because she really has some very, very, very strong
Mhm.
opinions, and she's a great orator, like I said.
Yeah.
And she's
So
definitely
there's this
she's
book, huh?
go ahead. No, I was saying that she's definitely a beautiful African queen, like
Yeah. Yeah. No,
beautiful,
she's yeah.
beautiful dark
I
skin.
definitely want to chop it up with her.
Yes, yes,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying? I hope she get. She ever get her. I know she having technical difficulties. So but I don't see. I don't know. I don't know why she couldn't unmute her thing. But there's this book I want to show you, Craig. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, what they never told you in history class. Okay, I
Right.
see.
And there's this brother named his brother right here, brother
Okay.
Indus. His name
Yes,
is
sir.
Indus Kemetic Kush or something like that.
Okay.
And if you look under where it says the first Americans were black, I don't know if you can see it. You see it?
Um, well, give me just a second. Okay, yeah, I see it right now. I'm on Facebook trying to speak
Uh,
to the brother Larry. Wait just a second. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead with the
yeah,
discussion.
so it says that Africa and the discovery of America. Now, we was here Okay, before the, I guess, the Native American. But you're talking about, according to this book, they said the artifacts, like the Olmecs, were 20,000 years old. So you talking about we was here 20,000 years before we started to, I guess, mutate or whatever the case is. But you can't compare 20,000 years ago to 500 years ago or 600 years ago.
Yes, sir.
So yes, we was here, but what was the time period we was here? 20 years, 30 years, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
500 years. But according to the book, we was here 20,000 years ago. So anything can happen between that time and to now. So I didn't, it's obvious. Yes, we was here first, but we this is not our land. This is not, we're not originated from here. And every scholar knows that black people was here. So it's no secret.
Right.
But for him to say that, oh, how come we could be slaves and black people was already here? Okay, but you're talking about 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 years.
Yes, sir.
You saying people can't change? People mutate. There's a reason why you have Asian people that looks yellow. You have white people, which is really, white people is the last race.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? Because they're the lightest one. You can't, what's after white people? So all the races came from the black man and black woman. That's a given.
Yes, sir.
So I don't understand the reason why you have this. There's so much hatred for some. You know, I hear so much hatred when it comes out from our people. Sometimes it's just really scary.
Yes.
A brother who claims he's from Islam should know that we come from Africa. Elijah Muhammad mentioned it.
Yes, sir.
Malcolm X mentioned it.
Yes, sir.
The only person who's anti-Africa is Louis Farrakhan, and he said we Asiatics. We didn't
Well,
come from Asia,
Louis Farrakhan as well as the Hebrew Israelites. Like
right?
I said.
And
Yes, sir.
and my brother too. He said we from Africa. We African people too. He's always talking about we from Africa. Khalid Muhammad.
Yes,
That
sir.
brother's deep.
Yes, sir.
He was another Malcolm,
Yes, sir.
because he's always talking about the pyramids and all that stuff.
Yes, indeed.
So I don't understand why this brother going to say that we're not African people. We braid our hair like we African. We got kiki hair like as we got dreadlocks. Where does that come from? White
Yes,
people
sir.
can't have dreadlocks. Their head can't lock.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the styles. We wear jewelry like it ain't nothing. Like black people been wearing jewelry since the beginning of time. So a lot of the stuff we always had the African DNA in us. We couldn't tap into it, and then we realized, oh, the things that we're doing came from Africa. We just didn't know about it. So half of this stuff, half of the time we used to get figure waves and cornrows. We used to uh, braid and dread our hair, looking all Afrocentric. Some of us, you got women to this day shave their hair off,
Yes, sir.
depending on what tribe you was in. People had come up with different style, and whatever tribe you was in, they can know what tribe you is just by your appearance.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, I don't understand. Like a lot of things we do is African. Some of us don't. Some of us never had tapped into it. And then when they read about their history, oh, okay, wow, that's why I'm doing this. I didn't know what I was doing came from. I didn't know the dances what I was doing was African dances.
Yeah.
I didn't know why every time we listen to a beat, the first thing we listen to is the drum.
Yes,
you know
sir.
how we listen to hip hop, we go like this.
Yeah.
The first thing we listen to is the fucking beat.
Right.
So, and what we that's what we do. That's how we communicate. We communicate through music. Every time I breakdancing was a form of communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't do stuff just for entertainment purposes. Why? See, Europeans, anybody that's non-African, think it's just entertainment. Everything we do is more of a message.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yep.
telling a story. See, the brother, he's so much into that Islam religion,
Mhm.
that shit corrupted his head.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, he don't know anything about scholarship. He don't know anything about doing any type of. He can't. I would like to see, as far as that whole bullshit, as far as like you were saying too, about we endured a lot of shit and we came out of shit. I'm surprised black people at the shit that they went through. I'm surprised America didn't burn a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just a little confused about, oh, we've been shackled and the chains will burn, chains will eat through our skin and all this other nonsense. It's just nonsense. What are you talking is stupid, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't like when people come up with their own theory. I go by what my ancestors had left me. And that's what I base my facts on. So give me 1 second. Hold on. All right.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm back. Yes, sir. You there?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead and continue.
Yeah, so I think cats need to get out of that religion shit. I think a lot of times that I believe that, when you look at the ancient Kemet walls and stuff like that, those things are just left behind for a reason. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so we can learn and we can pass it down. How else we can learn anything unless we don't learn from our past? Yeah, it's like,
I'm back.
You good, Craig?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna come up for a second. Go ahead. I'm listening.
yeah. So it's just annoying where people don't just we so busy going back and forth and rehashing old stuff and
Yeah.
just taking what we know and just move on. I don't like to keep talking about the same thing and then I thought about slavery and I feel it didn't happen. It's just nonsense. I mean, it's been proven that slavery happened. It's just a lot of confusion. A lot of black people just like they don't have nothing else better to do but rehash old stuff and just keep talking about it and just moving on. Just take it for what it is. It's been proof. There's been evidence. They sell the shackles in the museums.
Yep. Exactly.
So how you gonna say it didn't happen? That's
Right.
stupid.
Yep,
Like I said, your man gonna have to really explain to me, like I was a 2-year-old, that uh that none of that stuff existed.
yeah. Well, we're definitely, man, going to get the brother on here, so he can speak for himself and, be able to at least, bring forth his, opinion and, be able to let the, viewers and stuff like that know how he comes to the conclusions that he does.
Mhm.
Because, like I say, I've always been like, I've been like more or less a moderator to the point to where it's like I can see both sides because both of you brothers make great points.
Right.
Because he was making some great points when he was talking about as far as like the mathematics just don't
What
add
do you
up.
say about the mathematics?
Okay, basically what um I can't say it verbatim word for word, but he was talking about as far as like um okay, it's a 6 month trip. Oh wait, just a second, my phone is ringing. Just a second. Let me answer this. Hello? Hello?
Hello, is this Craig? This is Rashida.
Oh hey, what's going on, Rashida?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't get in. I can't, I don't know what's going on with the sound. I'm taking this computer back. I just bought it yesterday, and I've been having all kinds of problems with it. So,
What do you have, like a laptop? Like a laptop?
yeah, it's a laptop. It's I don't know. I don't even feel like trying to figure it out no more because it's just giving me so many problems. So I'm just like taking it back. Just like I said, I just bought it yesterday, so I'll take it back to give it back to them.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, man, we were able to see you perfectly, but I don't know
know.
what was going on with the microphone or whatever. We were able to see you
I
perfectly.
don't either.
Yeah,
I kept going up there to the top of the button where it says to connect the microphone,
yeah,
and for whatever reason, it wouldn't do it. So I
yeah.
don't know.
Y'all can
Yeah.
definitely hear her though.
Oh yeah, my brother said he can definitely hear you. He can definitely hear you loud and clear because we still on.
Yeah, I got another computer that I normally use, but that computer broke. It's a really good computer that broke, and it's in the shop. It should be back next week. So I'll be back in business. Next
Okay,
week with-
well, if you want, I have you on speakerphone. I can actually, if you want to speak about like as far as like the Black Panther, I think I saw you going in about it for a second. But if you want to speak, if you no, what I'm saying, if you want to speak about the Black Panther, I mean, actually, I would, be delighted. I would be delighted to hear you speak.
Absolutely. I got a lot of stuff to say about it. People want to argue with me about the casting about Angela Bassett. It's so much stuff that stuck out when I was watching the movie.
Let me make sure. Let me make sure he can hear you. Can you hear her good?
I can hear her loud and clear.
I gotta go around. I want to say maybe like around 8:15ish.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna just
another
store.
show.
Okay, yeah, no. I'll store you in and we'll stay in touch. But what I'm saying, yeah, go ahead. I mean, it's like I'm not trying to have you here all night. I'm just saying, you can say something briefly if you want. He can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, you want me to talk about it now?
I mean, well, no, what I'm saying, if you could just give like a brief, as far as like just some type of, if you want.
Like an intro or something? Oh, I thought I was live now. I'm not live yet. Right.
No, we're live now because we already been live. But I have you on speakerphone at the moment. So no, what I'm saying is like if you just want to give like a few, opinion, 2-3 minute opinion or something like that, real quick.
Sure, of course.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you live. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it was a lot of things that stood out to the movie, but I'm interpreting it through the eyes of the science of dark skin activism, which is the reason why there's people that ask me to go watch it I want to preface all of this with saying I thought this movie was about the Black Panther Party initially, and I was really excited. And then when I found out that it was based on a comic book, I was like, oh, I didn't really want to go. But then several people said, hey, why don't you go and see this movie, and we want to know what you think. So I went today, and immediately what struck me immediately, there was pros and cons, and I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I just wrote, I got like pages and pages of notes. I'm sitting up there writing in the movie theater. But of course, the dark-skinned people were in lead roles, and this is one of the few times, should I say, that you see dark-skinned people portrayed in a good way, as main characters in a movie. So that's one plus I could definitely say. I love the fact that it was dark-skinned people in lead. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if y'all seen the movie yet. I didn't see no non-dark-skinned black people in lead roles in this movie. Yes, Lauren, quickly, because I'm on the phone. Okay. My daughter listening to me. I took her to see Black Panther. She said she liked black people. She's piggybacking off what I'm saying. But and I remember I got a comment that from somebody, and tell us how you really feel. They were saying, oh, I bet you happy that it ain't no light-skinned people in Black Panther. I'm like, what? I didn't even see the movie yet. Like, why would I be happy about that? It ain't about me being happy that there's no light-skinned black people in it. It's just a surprise that in a major motion picture that people see all over the world, like these people are going to become super duper famous now. Some of them are unknown. Some of them are like, kind of like C level, B level. They're going to be taken to A level actors now because of this movie. So it's like, it's rare that you see darker skinned people in those roles. So it wasn't necessarily about that. I was just shocked and amazed when I saw all these dark skinned lead characters. So that I was really excited about that. One of the criticisms is the accents. I was talking about the accents, and I was also talking about, I wanted to see the Black Panther Party. But the accents was one thing. I didn't think that some of the accents coming from the actors were authentic. Angela Bassett was one of the people that obviously she's African American. I've been around a lot of Africans as well, dated African guys, and like I always say, if it wouldn't have been for the Africans and the Jamaicans, I probably would have never got no boyfriend or no husband, because the Black American men did not like me. But that's a whole other topic. But let me talk. Why y'all let me talk? I know, and he's dark skinned from Jamaica. Thank God that he liked me. So the accents, that immediately struck me, and I just don't like the inauthenticity of that. And I think that could have been avoided with Angela Bassett if they would have got a dark skinned actress to play Queen Mother. Now, that is not no shade against Angela Bassett at all, because she's a great actress. I think she was brilliant in What's Love Got to Do with It, but she's not right for this role. There's several people that are upset with me about that, but that's too bad. They could be upset. I'm not even worried about that. I'm going to say what I feel. She shouldn't have gotten cast in that role. It should have went to a dark-skinned queen, a dark-skinned African woman who I would say unknown, because that way you're giving another dark-skinned actor a chance to shine and a chance for people to know who they are and make money. Angela Bassett already done laid it down. She already famous. So, give somebody else a chance to shine. So I didn't think that was a good casting. I was not impressed with her performance at all. Not one bit. Now, on the other hand, this is weird. Forrest Whitaker, who's also an African-American, I did not like his accent. You can always tell when it's an African-American trying to speak like an African or a Jamaican, and they don't hit the mark. Same thing with him. He didn't hit the mark accent-wise, but what I could say about him, performance-wise, was super-duper brilliant, so I have to give him his credit for that. Now, what I will say, I was also talking about Lupita Nyong'o, and the young lady that played, I wrote her names down here. Let me try to make sure I get their names right. I need to find out the name of the real names of the actors that's playing these characters. But the actress that played Okoye, she was like, man, amazingly, brilliantly talented. And Lupita Nyong'o, I mean, they were like, to me, they like balanced each other off so well. Two dark-skinned sisters. And some people gonna say, oh, you being biased. You know what? I don't care. I'm excited to see dark-skinned women on screen being nice to each other. They were intelligent. They were non-ghetto. They were, they looked super good. I mean, it was like so pretty, so beautiful, so in shape, so classy. To see this depiction on screen in front of millions of people, this film is all over the world. That is a win for dark skin as far as I'm concerned. So I was very happy. And Lupita's performance was very authentic. It was real. You can look at her, you can look into her eyes, you can feel her from just emanating off the screen. Okoye's character, even much more. To me, in my opinion, hold on one second, I'm sorry. She got the performance of the night. That's just to me, because I just feel like it was authentic. She looked like a dark-skinned woman from Africa. Her energy, her femininity, and also some of the cultural norms were displayed. The African cultural norms, in terms of the women working together with the black man, the natural way that we're supposed to, that was displayed. But it was put on display in a balance of femininity that you rarely see with dark skinned women. I just love that. And then the actor that played Black Panther, of course, I'm sorry I gotta say this, he was so fine. Oh my God, help me Jesus, sorry y'all. I was very happy to see Lupita and his character come together at the end. And there was a scene in, I believe it was in Tokyo, somewhere in an Asian country, where this black man, this black king, brought his black women, his two authentically looking black women, with him proudly, displaying them. I don't know if I want to use the word display, but y'all know it already. On the world stage. That, to me, spoke volumes. That imagery, that is the original way it was. And I keep telling people this. I made a video about this maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. That the black man's original woman in Africa prior to Europeans coming over was this dark-skinned black woman. But since European slavery and colonialism and imperialism and European takeover of the world, it's the reverse. Now you see a dark-skinned man with a dark-skinned woman, people be like looking at you like you're strange. For example, my husband, ex-husband, we're going through a divorce right now, but he's super duper dark-skinned, real black. And people would think that we were brothers and sisters. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why we gotta be brothers and sisters? But that is a form of darkism to me. And so to see the imagery of a black man kissing and displaying affection on screen to a dark-skinned black woman with short natural hair is explosive. Is an explosive win for dark skin in the battle against global darkism. I know I said a whole lot, but I'm gonna stop talking now and let y'all talk. So yeah.
No, I really appreciate it. Definitely. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate you calling me. You putting, how you feel out there. I'm definitely going to follow you. You said you're going to be doing a live show soon?
Yes, I'm always got a lot of stuff going on. I'm still on the Dark Skin Activist Tour. Looking to get some performances going in 2018. I actually just came off of in 2017 doing a whole bunch of performances around the United States, most recently in Harlem and in Brooklyn, doing talks on darkism and doing the play of Dark Skin Women's Revenge, which is my one-woman show. Tonight I'm supposed to be appearing on the Star Chamber, which is...
How you feel about Zaza Ali?
To the Star Chamber. I don't have the exact information, but if you YouTube it, you'll hear it there.
Oh,
so
just speaking on... I'm sorry. Well, no, the brother just asked. He said, "How do you feel about Zaza Ali?" I don't know if you are familiar with her or anything like that.
I am sort of kind of familiar with her. I do know that she was with Professor Griff. It's funny that you asked that question. I don't really have any feelings toward her because I haven't done enough research and looked at enough of what she does to make to say something in terms of the work that she does. But I do know from my understanding, that she works within the conscious community. And I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. I believe that a dark-skinned person, a dark-skinned female, should be the representative. I believe that non-dark-skinned people have been representing the Black community for a long time. All you have to do is look at the Black Panther Party as one example, where you have all of the famous women from the Black Panther Party. They're non-dark skinned, and we don't barely know about. There was a lady named Stephanie Green, a dark-skinned sister that a brother in Chicago put me onto. You don't know nothing about them. So, you know, I don't have anything negative to say about her per se, because this is not about me bashing non-dark skinned people. It's just simply about me saying, give the oppressed people, the majority oppressed people, which are dark-skinned people, that's a fact. All you gotta do is look at Africa.
I have a question.
Give them a chance to free themselves in their oppression. We don't always need to have people. So, like, for example, Kathleen Cleaver, for example, she's a light-skinned woman. I don't know if y'all know who she is, but she's from the Black Panther Party. She light-skinned woman from a middle-class upbringing, and she was one of the chief leaders. They're able to monetize the struggle. They're able to get notoriety off of the struggle. And a dark-skinned woman like me, it's a lot harder. It's believe me. It's something. If a light-skinned woman was talking about darkism, or a white person was talking about darkism, I think the only reason they don't do it is because I actually wrote the book and it's copywritten material. But if they talked about it, believe me, they would get a lot more traction than me because I'm dark-skinned. So there is an element of darkism there when we look at when we see the leaders of the Black community, and when we see who they are. As much as I love Malcolm X, I got a picture of him hanging on my wall right now. You know, I do believe his light skin contributed to him being one of the leaders. Same thing with Huey P. Newton. You know, same thing. Well, I think we got a light-skinned new up-and-coming leader of the Nation of Islam, Nuri Muhammad. So we can just go on and on and on. All I'm saying is dark-skinned people should have a seat at the table on an equal footing in terms of leadership, as well as, you know, non-dark-skinned people.
I have a question.
Oh no, definitely answer the question. Hopefully, you know, we can get you to the point to where, you know, you can get on Cam and Mike and stuff. You know,
I have a question.
You know what? I would love to, and believe me, if I could have got my volume to work tonight,
yes.
I would have came on, because I'm always honored when people ask me to come on to their platforms. I love it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, like, definitely.
I really do.
Yeah,
so, I mean.
Yeah.
When I get my computer back next week, maybe we can set something up, and I'll be
more than happy to come back on the phone. Yes, just stay in touch or whatever, because you know I have watched a lot of your videos. I've seen different debates and stuff like that you've gotten into, you know, all of those things, and as well as my brother Tyleek, even Raw. He was telling me like about you and how you were supposed to be coming on the show or whatever. So.
Oh yeah, I've been on Brother Taleek's show. I love it. You know, I love coming on to the different platforms and speaking. I absolutely adore it. I wish I had more time to do it, because it's darkism. People think that it's, I don't know, they think it's a game. And to me, it's not a game. This is impacting billions of people's lives around the globe. Especially when we look at Africa and the economic situation that it's in. That's why this movie Black Panther, which is the irony of it, probably produced by a non-black person, but it actually touched on what are we to do about the problem. How are black people, Africans and African Americans and people of African descent, how are we going to solve the problems that European colonialism and imperialism created?
Yes.
And that's the bigger issue to me. I really want to solve the problem. I don't enjoy being a black, African, dark-skinned American woman at all. I don't like it. Yeah. It's unnatural. It's not even right. Yeah. I wish I could literally step outside of myself and be my natural African black self again, because it's dysfunctional.
Yes.
I
got a question.
Situation.
Okay, my brother, he's in the chat. He's saying that he has a question. What's your question, bro?
My question is that, knowing that Zaza Ali has a white mother and
he's saying no one. Okay, let me just say it word for word. Okay, so far he's saying knowing that Zaza Ali.
Well, Zaza is a mulatto. One of her parents are white, one of her parents are black.
She's the product of a white and black parent.
Right.
So go ahead, keep going.
So can she be a help to dark
Can
skinned
she,
people?
can she be a help to dark skinned people? Okay, basically his question is about Zaza Ali. I'm not sure of how deep you want to go off into that or anything because you might not want to speak on that right now.
No,
But
I can speak on it.
I mean,
I
okay,
don't like.
definitely. Okay, if you can speak on it, then yes,
No, I
indeed.
don't. First of all,
I'm not trying to
I
get you
don't
caught up
know.
into none of these YouTube beefs. I mean, you know how it is, how it goes.
No, I don't. I will address anybody head on. I don't care who it is. The president of the United States, who by the way, or the former president, should I say, Barack Obama, who is not black himself, he's mixed.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, ma'am.
We dealing with human rights here. So the thing is, if I don't know what race Zaza Ali's parents are, but if it's true, as this person is saying, that her parents, she has one white parent and one black parent, she's not black. She's mixed. And she can't represent properly the struggle of black people. That doesn't make any sense. And that's not, a lot of people will hear me say that and they'll go, oh, you're attacking your own people. No, that's not an attack. If I'll be going for the facts. If it is factually true that she has a white parent and a black parent,
That's very true.
she is not a black woman. She is a mixed race woman.
That's very true.
Okay, so a mixed race woman cannot truly represent the interest of Rashida Strober, a dark-skinned black woman. Can she help? Can she assist? Is there things that she can do? Will I work with her? Of course. But a mixed race woman cannot be the leader and at the forefront of the black struggle. That's been the historical problem. That's nothing new with mixed race black women or black men being at the forefront of the black struggle. All we have to do is look at, again, the Black Panther Party. We got an example right there. So, no, if that is the case, because there's a difference between being a light-skinned black person and a mixed race black person, or not black person, but a mixed race person, is a huge difference. And people need to also understand that I'm going to only speak for myself. I am not insulting a person who has a white parent and a black parent, for example, by saying they're mixed race. That's not an insult to them. I'm simply stating what is factual. Hold on, Lauren. I'm talking on the phone right now. I'm simply stating what is factual. And furthermore, we have to look for the people that will say, okay, well, you're wrong. You're wrong in saying that she's not black. Well, we have to look at the root of why are we even saying that a mixed race person is black. We also have to look at Africa. We have to let Africa be the standard and not the Europeans make the rules here. If you go to Africa, African people do not call mixed race people black. They do not do that. That's just a fact. Go do your research. I only care about what is factual. We call black people over in America will sit here and say to you that a mixed race person is black because of the one drop rule. It is a flawed rule. We need to attack the one drop rule, which I will never subscribe to. You can't tie me up and beat me up and make me subscribe to it because it makes no sense and it was created out of convenience for white men. They make the laws. When they came over to this country, they came and, of course, destroyed millions of Indians and decided to create laws out of thin air. These laws are not human laws, are not natural laws. They're human man-made laws because these the Europeans sleeping with raping the African women, and then they turn around and want to. They're like, you made that rule. That's not what I subscribe. Who are you to tell me what rule to subscribe to? Who are you? We have to think about it in those terms. So these people that will sit there and say that she is a mixed race person, is a black person. Well, I'm sorry, but you are not thinking critically. You have been brainwashed by the K through 12 system and even on into college into believing what these people will tell you without challenging their laws and their norms. You can challenge it. You can think for yourself. You can create new paradigms. And I think a black person needs to decide who is black. Well, Europeans are not going to tell me who is black. You're not going to do that because when you tell me who is black, you dilute in my blackness. And that don't happen to Rashida Schroeder, the dark skinned activist world.
Okay.
Nope.
I have
So,
a quick
yeah.
question for you. I have a really, really quick question for you before you go. Okay. All right. So what would you how much of a percentage would you say that a person has to be considered black? And what I'm saying, I mean, if it's 100%, say that. Whatever it is. I'm just saying, like, what type of percentage would you think a person, especially being brought up in North America, where most of our ancestors were raped and forced to
Right.
carry on, the European DNA.
That's a great question, and that's a question that I grapple with. In general, I look at it as if you have two phenotypically where you can physically see that your parents are black in the normal sense, where you look at the person and you obviously see that the person is black. Two black parents, whether they be light skinned or dark skinned, if they're both black, then they are black. I can't. The answering the question of percentage wise, that's something I'm going to have to do further research and get back with you on, because I can't answer that question right now. Let me give you another quick example of why I am at odds with myself over whether or not Malcolm X is black. I fight literally with myself about that. Why? Because he has one mixed race parent and one black parent.
Yes.
Yet the irony of it is he's one of the greatest quote unquote black leaders of our time. So I grapple with that question of his blackness within myself, and I love Malcolm X with all my heart and soul.
Yes.
So it's a contradiction. It is
about
a
you and
huge
Newton?
contradiction, and I don't have an answer for that question right
What
now.
about you and Newton?
Okay.
What about
I
you
can
and Newton?
respect that.
What about you
I
and
can
Newton?
definitely respect that. Okay, but one thing that I wanted to basically get, what about in the case of rape? Because, for an example, Malcolm X, as you just brought up, the only reason that this brother had a light complexion is, I think, was it his mother or grandmother or
His mother
something
got
like
raped.
that was raped by the KKK.
His mother got his grandmother got raped.
I'm just trying to see, like, what are like some of your ideas concerning that, because it's not, I mean, this was rape, like, like during
Right.
slavery, like a lot of us were passed down, we have so many different
I agree.
shades. You are definitely 100% a black woman, and you represent what a black woman should look like. So I'm not trying to take anything away from that, but I'm just saying, like, and being brought up in this world that we live in, to where, like, we have all of these different shades, like light brown, pecan brown, beige, I mean dark beige, and the list goes on and on and on. But I mean, I'm just trying to see, like, how do you feel, like, as far as like Malcolm X, and the only reason he had more of a lighter complexion is because I think, what was it, his grandmother was raped by like the KKK.
Yeah, I feel terrible about that. That's why I'm saying, like, it's a struggle that I have within myself, trying to understand these things that Europeans created. They created these problems. So, I feel bad about anybody that is the product of a rape from a white man. If they're, their parents, there's a lot of people that are like that. Their parents have been, or their mother, maybe she was raped by the slave master.
Yes.
And this question of blackness comes up. So it's like I said, it's a constant struggle. But what I can say is I don't think that it's any form of disrespect to say, considering that we have over 1 billion people in Africa and the majority is dark skinned. I don't think that it is a disrespectful position to have that the black woman should be represented with what the majority looks like.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you completely. I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree with what you're saying. Definitely, 100%.
So, I mean, like I said, I recognize that there are light-skinned people, of course, and I do not dislike light-skinned people. People think I do. I don't understand why they would think that. I've never said anything bad about a light-skinned. I've never said, "Oh, you ugly light-skinned person," or "Go there." Nothing like. I never attacked them and like said. All I said was a mixed race person is not black, and people get so mad. I'm like, huh? Oh, okay. So it's not an attack on anybody. It's just a matter of dealing with what is factual.
Yes,
and
indeed.
then again, like I said, within myself, I have told people this a lot of times. I grapple with the issue of blackness in terms of if a black person has a mix, like someone pointed out to me. Let me give you another example. They said, well, what race is Michelle Obama and Barack Obama's daughters? Given the fact that Barack Obama, is mixed race and Michelle Obama is black, what race is their daughters? So I take a pause on that because I can't give an answer right now. I'm grappling with that.
Got you.
I really can't. I cannot because I don't know what to say at this point. And I know that sounds ironic, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, I hear you. Trust me, I understand your logic. I understand the logic behind that, behind you struggling with that type of decision. Because, I mean, what do you say? Like we know what a authentic African or black person should look like, and then once we like incorporate all of these different mixtures and flavors, and it's like now we have arrived at a point to where you really don't know what a real black person is. And the reason I say that is because like a lot of light-skinned people, they struggle with their light-skinnedness only because the fact that they don't want to identify with the slave masters on DNA being in their gene pool, because it's not something they asked for. I'm not talking about these new age modern day mulattoes that are being born today, through the product of European and black person. I'm talking about like people with all of these different peanut butter shades and caramel pecan, that type of stuff. People basically who just have, or when the white man came and during slavery raped so many black authentic black people, black men. That's why we are at this point right now. So it's like a lot of us, we struggle with our identity because we basically are the products of rape. With the products of rape, and
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm definitely glad to speak with you, and hopefully we can get you get your camera and all that stuff working.
Yeah, I have everything together. Sometime next week, I should have my computer back, so I'll be back in business.
Okay, that'd be nice. Okay, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I'll stay in touch with you. Whatever. Send you a text. I mean, but hopefully you can, and because I know you probably have a lot of followers, a lot of friends on Facebook. Because I tried to send you a friend request, but you don't know me personally, anything like that.
Oh no, it's all good. People, I have a lot of friends, but some people get mad and delete me daily. So, so I lose friends and followers all the time. So I'm definitely going to accept the friend request as soon as possible. So
definitely. Yeah, no hassle. No hassle or anything. But yeah, I'm glad to finally have been able to speak with you, and hopefully you'll be able to tune in or something like that. Maybe sometimes I can come on. Speak with you on your show, or I might catch you on my brother Ty. I might catch you on my brother Tyleek's show, or whatever.
Absolutely, of course. Yeah. Absolutely. Glad we connected. I'm glad.
Yeah, definitely. So it's nothing but peace and love, to you. So I mean, you have a great night. Are you about to Didn't you say you were going live, or you're doing something?
Yes, I'm going on at 9:00 on the Star Chamber. I've never been on that show before, but it's you're supposed to be sending me a link. Okay. It's a Star Chamber. That's what it's called. It's on YouTube. So it's supposed to be at 8:15. I'm sorry, 8:45ish
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So if you could, like, once you get the link, if you could just send the link to my inbox because I was just recently messaging you. So if you could just send that link to my inbox, I'll definitely, I just want to watch and just,
Oh,
listen
I
to the
sure will.
conversation.
I sure will. Hopefully
Okay,
he sends it to me. He
okay.
sent me the call-in number, but I'm checking my email right now as we speak to see if he sent me. No, he hasn't. If he sends me the link to the actual show, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, yes,
Then
ma'am.
I'll probably just inbox you
Yes, ma'am.
his YouTube channel because it'll probably be like live stream
Okay,
on
yes,
there.
yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am. So I definitely appreciate, you coming on, talking to you. I know you probably need a little bit of cool down time to get your thoughts together and stuff before you go live or whatever. So, I'm not gonna hold you too long. So,
no problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
yeah, peace to you, and hopefully I'll be speaking to you soon.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Okay, brother, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, all right. Let me cut my headphones up a little bit. So, what's your take on for everything you heard? Like, I was really enjoying a lot of that dialect right there because it was love. It's love to especially hear one of our queens, come on and speak with authority and like I was telling you, like this sister, she has great orator skills and you
But
know. Go ahead, sir.
yeah, my take on it is just like what we was talking about. She didn't know anything about the comic book. She thought it was a Black Panther party. She didn't realize it was a comic book of that name Black Panther. She didn't know there was a superhero called the Black Panther. So it just proves to me that a lot of revolutionaries went in and saw the movie for the wrong reasons. They didn't see the movie for what it was and learn from it. You see what I'm saying? I didn't go in. I didn't when I saw the movie. I saw the movie just to enjoy it because I'm a fan of the comic book character. As I always post Black Panther on my page,
Okay.
on my
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Yes.
So I never, I've always been a fan of the comic book.
Right.
So I'm not really into the whole dark skin, light skin. I thought when I saw the movie, I saw black people.
Okay.
You're gonna see some darker ones. You're gonna see some brown skin ones. You know what I'm saying? But they were all black to me. So I didn't really was into the who's dark and who's. I'm not into all that.
Okay.
I mean, I understand what she was saying that
Okay.
African people are really dark skinned people, but um, I thought Angela Bassett did a wonderful job. I
Okay.
wasn't really. I mean, when you look at the movie, you're not paying attention to no accent.
All
You
right.
really want to see the creativity
Yeah.
when
See,
you see the movie.
I haven't
You
seen it.
know,
So yeah.
so I'm not. I didn't go in it as let me see who sound more African. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it was a mixture. You have African people and you have African people in here in America.
Okay.
You know, and I don't like to use African Americans because number one, we didn't come here. Our ancestors didn't come here on their free will. You know what I'm saying? We were shackled.
Yes.
So basically we're not immigrants and we're not really Americans. Americans were people want to come here, want to be American citizens, and wants to be be down with the American dream. Our ancestors didn't have that choice. So that's why I always say Africans in America.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's a more proper way of saying it. I don't say African Americans. I hate. I'm. That's what Jesse Jackson made up. Because that's when he was running for president. So
Yes.
he has to make it. Be presidential. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
I will never use that word African Americans. I think that's to me. I think this more of a even Malcolm said that we're not African Americans. He said we didn't come here in Africa. He said it in a video. I was very surprised that Jesse Jackson would say that. Complete
The
white,
way I
complete.
look at, okay, that term for an example, yes, indeed. As you stated, we are not Americans. That's one thing, one luxury I say that we do not possess is the luxury of being a real American. The way I look at it is we are prisoners of war. Like I've always said that we are the products of prisoners of war, and we are prisoners of war even to this day
Right.
in time. But okay, when I used to use the term Africa, America, I've used that term before, and what I mean is like I just look at it like as a takeover, like as far as like African people. Just like if you look at movies like the Black Panther, you look at like it's a takeover. Like America is being taken over by African people. African people are coming over here by the boatloads, and whether it's the slave boats or whatever, and getting rich, becoming millionaires,
Mm-hmm.
becoming billionaires. Like it's just the way I look at it is a takeover. But I understand what you're saying when you talk about the way Jesse Jackson
Mm-hmm.
and all of that, like the Jesse Jacksons and Al Sharptons, like the race pimps and
Right. Basically,
you
yeah. Basically, that's what they are. Malcolm said it best. He said, we didn't come over here. They, they took us, and so basically, we're still African people. You know what I'm saying? We didn't, everything that we had to fight for that. It wasn't just giving it to us. If we were so American, why we had to fight? Why we still got to march for every little fucking thing? You know what I'm saying? So I don't, nah, man, we ain't no fucking Americans, dude. I don't even want to be called that shit. They can keep that shit. And first of all, that's a European word anyway. Why I'm gonna say African and then I'm gonna say I'm American.
So what? Okay, since I'm not sure if we didn't like clearly get off into this part that I wanted to discuss to an extent, and I want to do this once I can get my brother online. But okay, what about to the Negroes like the Moors and stuff like that say we are indigenous to North America, that we are indigenous Americans?
But what does indigenous mean?
Okay, so that's the question that you would ask first.
Yeah. I
Okay.
need when you say words like that, you got to give me a definition. Give me the definition of certain words because maybe your definition could be different from my definition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
That we,
only thing I
I
could say.
guess. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I
I didn't
mean,
know you
yes,
were.
we was here first. That's no question, and I proved that to you. We was definitely here first, but you're talking about 20,000 years. So then you got to turn about with the time period that our people was came here. We had boats and stuff traveling all over the world. So I'm just trying to find out we not originated from here. That's the thing. That's my thing. We didn't come from here. Africa. We came from Africa. We're African people. So everywhere we go, we're still African. Just like I'm gonna give you a question. If you see a lion and that lion, you get a lion from Africa, and for generations that lion is producing cubs or whatever you want to call them. Just say you're not going to call it an American lion, right?
Right. Just because it's held captive in an American zoo, that
Right.
doesn't change its origins. Basically.
Exactly. You will still. You go to a museum right there. You'll still say a African lion
Yes, sir.
or African elephants.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that same thing with us. We still African people. They
Yes,
don't
sir.
say they don't you will never find they will say a African American lion.
No, sir. No,
You
sir.
will never see. You will never see that nowhere.
That's the illusion of inclusion. How they try to make black people, feel that we play some type of role in America when we're really nothing but prisoners at war. It's no
Basically,
different than being in an internment camp. Like once the white man, the beastly savage white man, went over and defeated, our ancestors, the different tribes that we come from and stuff like that, we were placed in shackles and we became prisoners of war, forced into slavery, forced into bondage. So I mean, we're nothing more than prisoners of war. That's what I try to get these Negroes to understand. But everybody is out here like so caught up and concerned with getting a slice of the American pie. Like I have no problem with black people being successful and black people using, all of the tools at their disposal, to be able to, do something to take care of their families and all of that. But at the end of the day, you have to really look at it like you just said, my brother. We are not American people. We are prisoners of war, basically placed inside the hell of a internment camp called America.
Right.
Nothing more, nothing less. We ain't treated like American citizens.
Not at all.
Every other person, even African and Jamaican and stuff like that, immigrants get treated better than the Negroes over here. I mean, people like just look at the people from the Middle East. They get these huge tax breaks to
Yeah.
come over here, cross these waters, and the first next thing you know, they up in every black neighborhood
That's
selling
true.
products, selling you liquor, poisonous liquor, selling you your blunts, for your to roll your poison up in, and all of those type of things. Just look at the yellow man. The yellow man comes over here, sets up shop directly in the black community,
Yeah.
and knows more about black fashion than the black man.
Yeah.
I mean, he got your skinny jeans, selling you Jordans, selling you fitted caps, selling our queens and stuff. Weave. Like, you know what? Like, so definitely, man, we are not citizens. We are not citizens.
Mm-mm.
Anybody, we're at the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the totem pole,
Exactly.
what you would call it.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You hit it right on the button. It's just unfortunate. A lot of us haven't gotten it yet. A lot of us haven't gotten the memo yet, and it's sad. And I think a lot of it is based on it's just fair. My thing is like that you're gonna die anyway. You know what I mean? So why not make the best of it?
Sir.
So I'm just to me I like to make people aware of certain things. I like to make people. I'm a thinking man. I want to make people think. Think what they're doing is natural. So sometimes I ask question about religion, and sometimes people might laugh and I said, yo, but this don't seem right. You believe in this stuff and y'all die for this shit, and it's like y'all not getting nothing out of it. So like I said, as far as the movie Black Panther, I just think that you can learn a lot from it. I think it tells a lot about our history, and it just shows you how much damage colonization had done to us. You know what I mean? So it's a I don't know. It's just done a lot of damage where we lost a lot of our culture. So we got to get it back.
Yes, sir.
We got to get it back. I mean, I understand what the sister was saying. I mean, because she's just correct. Oh, he's on. Craig, you
Okay.
there?
Okay, I'm sorry. I ended up getting disconnected.
Oh,
My bad. I got
that's all right.
disconnected. I'm back in now.
All right.
You said something you were speaking upon with
Now
the
the sister. Now I understand what the sister was saying about she's pro dark skin and all that stuff, but a lot of that is based on pain. I just heard a lot of pain. I heard a lot of just hearing a lot of her probably growing up. They probably teased her about her dark skin. I know how it is. I've heard that, but I don't think this had to. I mean, a lot of black people been teased, and not just by and we do that. We kill each other. We kill each other's spirit and the way we look. Like I've had people said my nose was too big, and they used to call me Big Nose growing up. And and I didn't realize that there's nothing wrong with a big nose. That's a that's an African nose. Is African nose supposed to be big? But that's a lot of self hate. So I'm not gonna dwell on that. I'm not gonna be a person that's gonna be a promote big noses for black people. You know what I mean? I'm just that's silly. I'm not gonna do that. It's all about just knowing your history and just keep it moving. And then and just to say this is what it is and just start from there. You don't have to be. I don't think you don't have to be a pro dark skin. You don't have to have a pro dark skin movement. You know. And then she says she loves. Because she could tell she's into the Black Panther Party. But how does she feel about Huey Newton? He's mixed. So I don't know. I always wanted to ask her that question.
Yeah, I think basically what she well, from what I took from her comments and stuff, she was basically saying that she didn't have a problem with dark skinned people. I'm sorry. She didn't have a problem per se with light skinned people. She was just saying that she didn't see how was so disrespectful to call mixed people mixed.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
that's kind of what I got off of
no,
some.
no,
But
no.
go
That
ahead,
that's
go ahead.
fine. But I'm just saying when she watched the movie Black Panther, she thought it was going to be again like we was talking about before. She thought it was going to be this revolution every movie, and she didn't know it was a comic. She didn't know it was based on a comic book movie. And then she's nitpicking. You know what I mean? Like she's like, oh, the accent. Da, da, da. I mean, when I saw the movie, that it didn't bother me. I mean, that's how some African people talk. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So it didn't really. I didn't see those are petty criticism. That's petty. You know, but what about the message? She didn't. I wanted to hear. It was a couple of messages that she picked up
Yes.
about the hair weaves and the how sisters knew a lot of new engineering and science. What about the intelligence part? No, it's more than just being dark skinned or being black. What about the intelligence level? That's what I thought she was going to mention. I thought she was going to mention that
Hmm.
the conflict between the African in America and the African in Africa,
Yes, sir.
um, and how that we are building bridges now. We are now starting to build the bridges because that's what you're going to see in the movie. How the bridges is being formed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot. I was looking at the message part. I would the other stuff that she was talking about. It's irrelevant.
Okay.
So I mean, I understand her platform on that, but it's just that really didn't had nothing to do with the movie per se. It's a comic book movie, and when you see the movie, you're going to see black people. I thought Anna Bassett did a wonderful job, and she looked very beautiful. So it doesn't
Well,
matter. She was a black woman. It doesn't matter if
what
they
I
got.
think, what I think would be appropriate is if we could have a full discussion about this. Like, maybe we can get you, my brother Talik, the sister Rashida, and whoever else wants to join the
Yeah,
discussion.
I agree.
Maybe we can get everybody together. We can have a discussion, a debate, or whatever
Yeah,
the case may be.
I
And we,
like that.
we could really, really, really break it down.
Yeah, we could definitely chop it up.
Yeah, definitely.
But uh, yeah, but I just don't like the whole nitpicking of the movie. I think the movie, like I said, Craig, you will love that movie. I know you will because you and I pretty much think alike.
Yes, sir.
We have the same vision, the same views, and that movie really hits home. I mean, I really felt it being, a prisoner in America
Yes, sir.
and how he had to confront his cousin, and you could feel the pain. You know what I mean? You could feel it. He says the things, and towards the end, it's going to really surprise you. What he said to T'Challa. He's going to really surprise you what he says at the end. Um, and these are the things that if you, I always say this, if you're going to be, this is where the consciousness comes in. Is when you conscious, you pick up little things like that. You don't criticize the movie and do petty nitpicking and say that, oh, there was no dark skinned people in there. You got what you see in Africa, what you see in that movie. African people look like to this day in Africa. So you see brown skinned black people, and you see dark skinned people. You know, but I think with this all this, this whole Africa and we was here first. That's nothing new. That's been proven. Um, we need to really do some serious scholarship and really prove that we said. Like I said, this book here, this was my first book.
Yes, sir.
Right, this was my first book. So, and I learned a lot from this book, and that got me buying other books. So, they tell you um, the first person women tell they tell you a lot of the first Moors.
Okay.
The Moors is not the Moors that you see today. So with the little things, they put them big hats and
Yeah, those big red hats.
yeah, they no, that's not the Moors. That's the Moors were warriors, man. They were West African Moors,
Okay.
and they tell you about the first Hebrews and all that other stuff. They tell you about Jesus and Christianity as far as the geographics part, if
Okay.
Jesus was alive, but they don't know. They know that, of course, the book tells you that.
So, what do you think about? Because I've watched like numerous documentaries and lectures and stuff like that. I've been taught and told that the West African Moors were race traders that basically helped the Europeans to enslave our people. That they were basically allies with the white man, with King Leopold and the Belgians and
You had
stuff
traders,
like
yeah, of
that.
course.
They were race traders. They
You
were
had
race
race
traders.
traders. You had race traders. Why you think we got over it? Look, you, it wasn't that many white people came over here like that. They had to. They had to either. Uh, a lot of African people was tricked. You know, they would say, "Let me borrow a couple of your people, or whatever. We'll give you some wine. We'll give you some guns," and they went for it. But like I said, a lot of them was tricked. They had played the eclipse the trickery with the eclipse trickery, because a lot of African people was they were spooked. You know what I mean? They was like, oh shit, this white man could cover the sun. You know what I mean? So some of them fell into that trap. Especially Leopold II. He was the who the so-called I would say I would call him the beast from Belgium. So he was the main guy. Read about that motherfucker. He was worse than Hitler. He made Hitler feel look like a schoolgirl. So um, when the Moors went to when the Moors invaded Europe, the biggest mistake they ever made was making white people civilized. That was the biggest mistake they made. They taught them how to eat, how to wash their ass, taught them how to farm. I mean, it was deep. I mean, Hidden Colors showed that, and they showed them too much, and then they started to mate with the white women. I don't know if you heard about Hannibal.
Yes.
Hannibal was one of the that was there that invaded Europe or Spain and all that stuff. But yeah, man, And I think that was the biggest mistake. And there's the reason why you got white people today are very civilized because they learned we taught them our science, our math, and now they're using that shit against us.
Yes, sir.
You know, because remember they were living in the dark ages. They thought the world was flat. They were disgusting people. That was disgusting. Like a lot of shit they did.
Bestiality.
Barbaric. They would murder their women and children. I mean, just barbaric shit, man.
Yeah,
I
sleeping
mean,
with
it's
animals.
the unthinkable, the unfucking thinkable. That's what they was doing, and we had to clean it up. So I think that was the biggest mistake, and I think we're paying for it. You know, and that in the movie Black Panther, it touches that. You know, not about the Moors, but you know that's why Wakanda kind of stayed in its lane. They didn't want to be. There was a city there was a country that was looking in. You know, they didn't want to be part of nothing. They didn't want to be. You know, long as you don't bother us, we're good. You know, we want to be in our own little bubble. But look how advanced they was. You know, by them being in a bubble, they got so advanced, and no one can touch them. So we can learn from that. There's a lot of deep message that we can learn from that movie. I've learned from that movie. I'm not looking at like these fake revolutionaries, how they looking at it. My question is, what do you got from the movie? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
So
Definitely, man. I mean, I've always been into superhero type of movies anyway. I mean, like Incredible Hulk, Marvel movies. So, I mean, like, of course, I look at it as entertainment, but at the same time, you're basically saying what's happening now in this movie is something unlike anything else that's ever been done. Because what they're showing, about black people, that's why I can't wait until I get a chance to actually watch the movie for myself. Then I will be able to come back and make give an adequate review, how I feel about the movie per se. So
yeah, but don't go in there. Don't go in there when you watch that movie. Please do not go in there with this revolution attitude, though.
Yeah, okay.
That's the thing because because you're not going to enjoy it.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now. If you go in there with this pro-black and kill whitey attitude, you're not going to enjoy the movie. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. So you basically
if that's what your mindset, my suggestion, don't see the movie because you will be disappointed.
See, here's the thing. For the most part, I wouldn't even be going into that movie with that type of a mindset, except the fact of how the movie has been sensationalized so much to the point to where you see all the pro-black conscious people speaking up on it so much. Because like I enjoy all type of Marvel movies, like I mean the X-Men, like I said, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, those are some of my favorite.
The Avengers. The Avengers was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So basically, what you're saying, just go into it like another superhero movie.
Exactly.
For the most part. Yeah. Of course, definitely. So yeah, definitely. I mean that would be what I would be going into the movie with anyway. Except so many people have been talking about the hidden messages, but you say there are some messages.
Oh yeah. Okay. Plenty of messages.
There's some jewels in there to discover. Okay, I got you. I'll be seeing it pretty soon. Maybe actually next week sometime. To be honest, because I would like to catch it in the theater before it leaves.
Yeah, try to catch it early. And I would say if you want to see it, see it on a big screen, man.
Yeah, big screen.
Yeah. IMAX. You want to be in the movie. You want to feel like you're part of it. Yes, so if you could see it on a big like an IMAX. See it on IMAX, whether if it's 3D or 2D.
So they have a 3D version of it?
They have a 3D version, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I just saw it on 2D, but I saw it at IMAX 2D.
Okay. Cool. I might check out that 3D version, to be honest. I mean, Like I'm saying, like you said,
That's definitely that. When it come on Blu-ray, I'm definitely gonna cop it.
yeah,
It's
like
definitely a
you
movie I need to have in my collection.
yeah, you can't go in there with no fuck whitey type of attitude and think
Nah,
that's what was
no,
gonna be
nah.
displayed.
If I tell any Negro who carry that attitude, that power to the people, if you go in that attitude, I tell anybody, don't go see it.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
go see it. You will not enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
You will be disappointed.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yeah.
I thought they was gonna go against white folks. Hey, I don't know how you could think that shit.
Yeah. And then you also like I've been seeing for years, you've always been a fan of the Black Panther.
Oh yeah, big fan, big fan, big fan. Like I said, the Black Panther been doing the time to the Black Panther Party movement. That's how they was created. Stanley took the idea from the Black Panther movement, and his thing was, you know what, I'm going to do a Black Panther, and so and because everything that the Black Panther did, these are the things that Black people was thinking about. So he took the idea and made a comic book out of it.
Sure.
We always talking about going back to Africa, make Africa great. You know what I'm saying? Didn't we always talk about that?
Right.
Embracing Africa and all this other stuff. So that's where Stanley took that from. Just like with the Malcolm and Martin Luther King story. He made these characters white. He made them Xavier, Magneto, but he took the well, as far as the true, he took the story between Malcolm and the idea from Malcolm and Martin Luther and Dr. King.
Yes, sir.
And we are the mutants.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
So Stan Lee, he took a lot of Black folks. He took his ideas. A lot came from a lot of black people's struggle,
Yes, indeed.
and he profited off of it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Because I mean, we're treated like mutants
Right.
in American society anyway.
And Magneto is Malcolm. He's more like, nah, we're gonna kill all the humans that mistreated us, doing experiment on us,
Yes,
and he
sir.
wanted to take them out. But
Martin.
Dr. Xavier, Professor Xavier, he's more like, no, we should just blend in.
Yes, sir. Yep.
We're trying to get equality. As long as we don't, fit the stereotype, then they'll treat us with respect.
That's right.
The Magneto ain't trying to hear that. But I liked how I liked the cartoon, because I remember watching the cartoon and they show the future where the government turned against the mutant.
Okay.
Xavier gets killed, Magneto becomes the leader, and now you have Storm survive. Just a handful of mutants that became just say, you know what, you are leader now. So whatever you want us to do, we'll do. I love that.
Yes.
Because Xavier's gone. He's gone. So this was based in the future. So you have Bishop. I like Bishop. He's the brother. I like his role. I think Cable's in it. You have Storm. Of course, you have Wolverine. And they go at it. Now, Storm and Wolverine, they have an interracial love affair in the future. So I'm a little, I don't know about that. Yeah, they showed that. I was a little surprised they put that in the cartoon.
Yeah.
But in the comic book, they supposed to say that in the comic book too. Storm divorced Black Panther, and then later on she get with Logan.
Okay.
So I don't know, but they put that in the cartoon too. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to put Storm, but I think they might do another Black Panther movie.
Okay.
But I don't know if they might add Storm in it. I don't know.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to get married. I don't know if they had any children.
Right.
But yeah. But like I said, those we don't write stuff like that, man. You know, we don't write stuff like that. You know, Storm is definitely a African woman. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, but then again, if everybody gets killed, you know, I think you know, if she's attracted to Logan, I guess he's the only man, you know, that she's probably attracted to. I don't know. But there's Bishop too. So she could have fell in love with Bishop. You know, it depends who's writing this stuff, you know.
Right.
So, but then again, she knows Logan longer than she knew Bishop. Because Bishop and Cable, they're in the future.
Okay.
Is where it's Forge too. So you see Forge, Cable, Bishop. You see these guys in the future. You don't see them in the present day.
So they're in the Black Panther movie, is what you're saying?
Well, I don't know, because in the comic books.
Oh, you're talking about the comic book,
right? But I was talking about the cartoon. This is with the cartoon version.
Okay.
When X-Men used to come on Channel 5. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember X-Men. Right.
So I don't know if you remember that cartoon that everybody gets killed, because I think somebody goes into the future. I think Bishop was warning, or Forge was warning people that the signals was like that. Everybody gets killed. They was trying to change the future,
right,
or something like that. So they had to go into the future. It was a hot scene. I like that. It was one of the best cartoons I've watched. And then that's when you see Bishop. You see, I think it was Cable was warning people like, yo, you know, something about to pop off. We gotta go in the future to change it, because everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. He's surviving. So it's kind of like the Terminator. You know, they killed all the mutants. They kill, you know, the machines take over and they kill all the mutants. You know, it's like extermination.
Okay.
So in the movie they showed that in the movie of X-Men Before the Apocalypse was another one where they had to go in the future because they had made this because I think they shot the president, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that one.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it was one of those X-Men movies. They had to.
Are you talking about where they had that? I forgot, what was that, blue Daredevil? I mean, what was the little blue guy called?
Oh, that's Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. You talking about when Nightcrawler crept up into the
remember they was trying to stop Mystique from killing the president, I think it was.
Yeah.
That was that movie.
That movie.
Maybe they was going back and forth in the future because they made these signals, like these robots that they could adapt to their powers.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah.
So in the cartoon they showed that they was being exterminated, that everybody gets killed. So the only person who was in charge was Magneto.
Right.
Magneto had a beard and everything. He was older.
Right.
So he was more like, so the few left that survived, they was just like, yo, whatever you want us to do, we'll do it.
Okay, got you.
You know, they didn't care no more.
Yes, sir.
I thought that was hot.
Yeah.
So just think about if Dr. King got killed before Malcolm. Who would black people turn to now? But they knew Malcolm had to get killed first.
Right.
Because he was more rational. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, beautiful breakdown. Like, you really bringing me back with that breakdown, like with the X-Men and stuff, man. Because I'm a hardcore like X-Men fan. I've been watching them since a little child. You know, I've always loved X-Men.
I used to read. I love the comic books. It was
yes, sir.
Before the cartoon even came out.
Before you go though, definitely, I'm not sure how long you're going to be on, but I want to make sure you get into this Ghazi, homo character.
Yeah,
and just that whole we gotta definitely get into that.
Oh yeah, we could definitely chop it up with that one. Ghazi made it perfectly clear that he's not really in it for the people. He's in it for only for black homosexuals. So he's starting a new. He's trying to take the black people's oppression with European lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
You know, and if you represent Africa, you know Africa is not about homosexuality. So why would you want to equate that with European lifestyle? And this is a question I would like to ask him if I ever decide, if I do meet him. I'd like to ask him, like, yo, how's that work? You wear an ankh, and the ankh don't represent homosexuality. It represents the black man and black woman, and the ovary is the womb. It represents life. Homosexuality represents death because you can't reproduce. As people of the same sex can't reproduce.
Yes, sir.
You can't produce no children. You can't even produce a nation. You know what I'm saying? So where's the nation? The Greek and Romans believed that they thought the woman was filthy, evil. The whole Adam and Eve thing, how she ate the apple, she was dirty, she was evil. And they said they believed that in order to be closer to God, the two men believed that if we mess with each other, have sex with each other, we become closer to Zeus, wherever God that they believed in.
But Zeus was a homosexual too, right?
All of them guys were homosexual. All of guys were homosexual. All of them. You could tell the way they pose.
Oh, do you have? Oh man, can you post any? Remember those pictures? The pictures with the old priests and stuff, like how they indoctrinate the kids and stuff. And to like remember the photo you had with the old pedophile Roman priest and stuff with the little baby between his legs and
oh man, let me see.
Oh my God, man, you went in on that.
I have to go online for that. I can post it up online. Hold on. I can look at that right now. Let's see if I can post it up.
Yeah, like we were talking earlier on the phone, man, like this pedosexual thing that they're trying to do.
That's a new movement now.
Yes, sir.
That's a new thing now. They said it. All this time they claimed they was against it, but now they realize, oh well, first of all, pedophilia and homosexuality goes together.
Yes, sir.
And that's the whole Greek lifestyle.
Sir.
If I can post it up. I can. Okay. There's one right here. Let me see. I'm gonna share it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Let me share this.
But you know what? We're gonna definitely. I think next time we should do a complete breakdown when it comes to like that could be our topic.
Do you see it?
Not yet. I can't see. I can still see your webcam. Okay, but I'm talking about that might be a great topic for our next discussion. This pedosexual movement and how Black Lives Matter is nothing but a homosexual movement. You know, we could talk about Barack Obama and his influence.
Right.
And stuff like that, and how he basically is trying to push that, that pedosexual lifestyle, in America.
Let me see if I can post it.
I mean, we could go back to ancient Rome.
Oh yeah.
And we could do a complete breakdown about that.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. That would definitely make a good topic for discussion.
Let me see if I can share this. Hold on. I'm trying to get the hang of this share thing.
Because I mean, like the mentorship, how basically little boys were indoctrinated and had sex with old men and stuff to become a man. Like that was a rite of passage into manhood, was to have sex with the older man, before you would even be considered a man. And like you say, the European, the Greeks and stuff like that, they looked at women as filthy. Like until the Hellenistic period, women basically were only around just to for breeding purposes.
Right.
But the most noble, the most noble achievement within their culture was for old, old priest to sleep with a little boy.
Right.
And
That's true.
Cupid, Cupid and stuff, how they showed a little naked white boy, with his penis and, you know, flying around with his penis exposed, like shooting people with bow and arrows, making them fall in love. Like
Hmm.
it's freak shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A lot
The
of
whole
demonic.
Valentine's Day. The whole Valentine's Day is just a freak holiday.
Yeah. A lot of sick shit, man. I'm gonna pull this up right now. Hold on. I'll show you. I'm gonna show you right now. See, that's one thing about the Greeks, and the Greeks never hid. They never hide it though.
Yes, sir.
They was very open to it. Very open.
Yeah, because basically they didn't know any better. Like they used to sleep with animals, sleep with
Oh no,
bulls,
no, they knew.
cow.
They knew. I don't. I won't go that far, but they knew.
You think they knew better?
Of
I think
course,
this
they
was
was open.
engraved into their culture, though. Like you say, man, the black, I mean, the Africans or whatever are the people that brought them out of the dark ages. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, like in the mind of the average European and stuff, that type of behavior was normal. Like, I mean, I truly think that. I don't think they knew any better. I think that's what they believed to be like the most, the union. The union was between like an old pedophile priest and a little boy.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share this shit right now. Okay, you see it?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Okay, this is Greek images. Is it two men right there messing with each other?
Okay.
All right. Look at this. Okay. Let me show you something else. Let me show you. It's
Oh, is
okay.
that an LBGT flag?
Yeah, but see that, but yeah, but that's all. This is Greek. All this came from Greek. But I'm gonna show you the statues though.
Okay.
Look, that's Let me see. Hold on. Let me show you right now. Show you more images. Okay. It's not what I want. I don't know why they're not showing them. Let me go here. Let me see.
Probably cover up.
No, this website ain't showing it, man. Because I was on the other one. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'll find it. They show some sick stuff on here. These are individual statues. I don't want no sitting on. I want to. They gotta show. I'll show you right now. I'll find it.
Yeah, it really surprises me, like because I didn't know a lot about Greco-Roman culture and stuff until I started getting off into like some of the emperors' lifestyles. Like I started reading like books and documentaries based off because there was this one Greek emperor called Caligulus.
Yes.
And basically, what he did, I mean, he was like, I mean, man, Europeans like went into incest, like sleeping with their sisters, sleeping with their mothers. And I'm talking about like once his wife died or something like that. Do you know he took some young boy, castrated him, and basically dressed him in a dress?
Oh wow!
Yeah, these documentaries are on YouTube. Yes, sir. He took some young boy and castrated him, put him in a dress and with makeup on or whatever, how women looked at those times to try to duplicate what his wife looked like, and basically bent them over and had sex with them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they were animals. Like the Romans, the Greeks and stuff, they were animals. It wasn't until like the Hellenistic period that they began to, you know, admire like the beauty of womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, women were just only around to breed and to
Right.
make babies. Stuff, but
Let me do something else. I'm gonna say something else right now. My thing is not. I had it on this one. Not come out. Oh shit! You know what? Let me do something.
Socrates, Plato, they were all
Oh man,
flaming homosexuals, pedophiles. Like even if you look at the so-called like, and that's how you could tell white people have a pedophilic nature, because like even if you look at like some of the so-called white people, if you go right to Mount Rushmore and look at some of these so-called founders of this country, the founding fathers. Like, I mean, just the founding fathers of this country, like, for an example, Thomas Jefferson.
right?
Like, he was a pedophile.
Oh yeah.
Pedophile, sleeping with, impregnating young black girls and all type of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I remember you were telling me the story about George Washington and this how he stole teeth from slaves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's sick, man. Let's see if I can share it.
Somebody named Cheryl Gamble was in the chat room talking about. Yeah, I just look right now. She's talking about she's going to see the Black Panther movie on Friday.
Oh.
So yeah, okay. Peace, Cheryl Gamble. I'm sorry, I was so deep off into this, like just this, the sickness. This European. This is barbarianism. These damn Europeans and stuff.
It's insane.
It is sick people. They are sick people.
It's not showing up there.
What about your Facebook, where you actually have the pictures?
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Because you know what I noticed? Certain sites, they're not going to show too much.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, because with this Google, for some reason, it gotta be a way I can get this. Let's go to the browser. Go to YouTube. Everything all right over there?
Oh, what's going on?
I hear a noise.
Oh, what do you hear?
Like a static.
You hear it now?
Yeah, I thought you was doing something.
No, I'm not doing anything. I was just clicking on something on my computer.
Oh, okay. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Oh, some sick shit. That's bullshit, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And they're not letting you pull Facebook up?
No, no, no. I'm online. I'm on the It should show me through the browser.
Okay.
Okay, let me find something. I know it's in here somewhere.
Okay.
You still see you still see it, right?
Wait a second. I can see you.
You see me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm looking for it. I'll just have to show you another way to edit it.
Yes.
Let's see if I can download this shit. Oh my goodness. Alright. Wrong with this thing. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
You see it?
Okay, yeah, yes, sir. I can see that image.
You see that?
Yes.
I'm gonna show you some more. That's some more. That's another one. Two guys. I think that's an older one. I think that's a boy right there.
Okay.
It's a young boy. See? Those are kids
Yes, sir.
with a bunch of men. See?
Yeah, a bunch of kids basically watching the elder man and
Mm-hmm.
younger man kiss. Like, I mean, they had sex. Look at the one with the guy having a sex with a ram or something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Goat.
Look at this. Look at this. That's
Yes,
two
sir.
dudes.
Yeah. Yep. mean, this was like, their
Yeah, this was their lifestyle.
Yes, sir. Oh, click on some of those other ones, like at the top row. It's a whole bunch of them up there. This one.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow.
Hey, they did. There's some sick people. Those are some sick people right there.
What's this? That's a young. That's
I can't
yeah.
tell.
That's
Is that a woman?
yeah. No, that's a No, that ain't no woman. That's a dude. It's a male nude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this chick. Somebody had to think about. Somebody had to pose like that to do that sculpture.
Yeah.
Look at the fantasy. That's sick. But they call it. See, we call it nudity, but they call it art.
Yeah, art. I mean, look at the one. Okay, the one with the guy having sex with the goat. Like you say, somebody had to pose for that as well.
Of course.
So that's something that really, really was happening. Like that was real prevalent within their culture. Like probably like I was saying, like a rite of passage into men.
And all these white men are naked.
Yes, sir.
All these white men are fully naked. Like they get off just being walking around naked.
Yeah. Some fucking faggots.
It's just sick.
Fucking faggots.
Hell yeah. Look at this. Look at that.
Fucking faggots.
That's how they get down. That's how they
It says 15 LGBT love stories from ancient Greece.
Yeah.
So I guess like the LBGT is trying to carry on the legacy of Greco-Roman culture.
Yeah.
For the most part.
What's the difference?
Yeah, look at that. A modern Greek.
Mm-hmm.
Modern day Greek.
So there you go. There you have it. There you have it.
Yeah, those are some nasty people.
Hell yeah.
You can't go in Africa and find anything like that.
No, you won't find one. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show you a difference. Show you the difference. All right. Okay, now. Yes.
Oh, look at that. You see the talking about. You see the suggestions talking about African homosexual. What the hell is that? African. Do you see those suggestions? African homosexual, African Greek god. White man is a tricky one.
So, let me see. African statue.
Do you see that though? What I was talking about?
Yeah, somebody threw that in there. I don't know why they.
African Greek gods and African homosexual. Come on.
Well, they must be talking about the modern day African people, because you won't see that. Let me say ancient African statues.
Yeah.
Ancient Kemet. Let's say Kemet. Okay.
Sir.
Now I don't see nothing homosexual in this picture.
Nope.
Let me see this.
They have pride in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
These people have pride within themselves.
Anytime you see the black man, you see the black woman on a throne.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like this picture here.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Let me see him. Oh, here we go. This is the.
And they had the decency to cover their women up.
Oh yeah. Well, no, the black woman, she was bare chested.
Yeah, well, bare chested, but
yeah, they were bare chested, but they didn't. Yeah, but she's covered down.
Yeah. And
Black
you
women
don't
always
see,
been, yeah, black women always been bare chested.
yeah, you don't see like genitalia and all that stuff.
Nah, yeah, the
It's
men
like,
we was always covered down there. Yep. That's so true. See,
yeah,
all that, every time the black man's on the throne, the black woman's on him.
that's
See, male and female.
yeah, and Greeks are faggots.
Oh yeah, they hated women.
Yep.
They hated women. The proof is in the bag. So that tells you something right there.
Yeah, this will make a good lecture.
Oh yeah,
Actually, showing the differences between ancient European and African culture
mm-hmm.
and customs. Because I mean, as we've already proven, like Europeans, like prior to coming up out of the dark ages, they were fucking faggots.
Right, right.
Had sex with animals, babies, dogs, like
Mm-hmm.
anything that would open his legs.
Mm-hmm. That's so true.
In Africa, you will not see that amongst African people. That's why, just like remember that one sister that was having the debate about
Right.
that there was homosexuality in ancient Africa.
And I told her to prove it. She couldn't prove it to me. She couldn't prove it to me.
That's right.
So she was telling me, oh, what happened to women? She was saying how women before there were men, there were only women, and they could produce themselves. So I said, okay. But so since we now there's men on this planet, what is your excuse now?
She basically she said what? That women could produce
She said
themselves.
before they were we're like
Women could produce offspring.
he said the first humans on this earth was a woman, right? I believe that.
Okay.
So we are defects of women. We are
Okay.
defects. We have breasts, we have nipples,
Yes, sir.
stuff like that, right? But
Yes, sir.
so I was telling her, I said, now there are men. What is your excuse?
Yeah.
So you can't go with what happened a long time ago. And how do you know those women were messing with each other?
Right.
You don't have no proof of that. If they can reproduce themselves, that means they didn't have to. They didn't have to have sex.
Right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
That won't make any sense.
That's right.
No, she wanted to. She hated the white woman, but she wanted the white woman's ways.
Right. Right. Yes, sir.
That's what same thing with Ghazi, because these guys because white people wouldn't accept them. So now they got to go to the pro-black route because they're angry.
Yeah.
But homosexuals, they don't care about that. They don't care about you can't talk about black power, but then you want to be on some. Oh, but I want to sleep with the same sex.
Right.
I want to know how that works.
Right.
It's nonsense, man. It's barbaric.
Right.
Yeah, man. So what's your thoughts tonight, man?
Well, I mean, tonight was a
Did
great show.
mm-hmm.
A lot of
Did I clear everything up?
yeah, definitely. Like you you broke it down. Like when it came to the Black Panther movie, when it came to like everything you spoke on,
Right.
like you basically broke it down. And what I think was really a very key thing that you said when you said basically, if you're going to watch the Black Panther movie, do not go into it with the pro-black
Right.
and pumping in the air type of mentality. I think that's what you're going to see. Basically, go into it and expect to just see a superhero from out of a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And watch out for the jewels that'll be laid out.
Mm-hmm. The messages.
Yes, sir.
Look out for the messages. Yep.
Right. So I definitely respect that. And you broke a lot of different things down. Tonight was a great show, very informative, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, we can continue this and proceed. And
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, we got to do another one, man.
yeah, yes,
You
sir.
know, get more people on board. Because I would like to hear what they got to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
That brother, he has. I hope that brother can rebuttal the things because he has to prove to me that how we are not African people. When I actually showed that we are African people.
yes, sir.
Even the person that his teacher said that we're African people.
Yes, sir.
I'm going by his quote.
Well, pretty soon we probably be to bring both of you two brothers together, and y'all could hash it out. I mean, just at least put the information out there for the people, so
Right.
so people can listen and be able to come up with some type of you know decision. I mean, based off of the information presented.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but definitely the brother, I don't think he from when I talked to him, I don't think he gonna be doing another show till next week sometime. I think next weekend or something, because he had like a long day on the road. But yeah, you definitely broke it down.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely broke it down, and it's going to be hard for anybody to come with a rebuttal.
Right.
And what I say is more than a rebuttal. I would like to see a open discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see an open discussion to where, I mean, I guess one of the big topics that we need to have an open discussion about, whenever I can get you two brothers to come on at the same time, would be, I guess, the origins of African people or Black people, us, because like a lot of people don't even consider us to be African people. So,
Right.
I mean, I guess our origins, the American Negro, the American Negro. And I think we should come together, have a discussion off of that, or on that
Right.
topic, whenever I can get both of you brothers on. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a powerful show. Like, it'll definitely be a very powerful show because, he's opinionated and, his beliefs, and you are as well as in yours.
Mm-hmm.
And me, for an example, of course, I definitely embrace Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I embrace Africa, and I believe that that's where my people come from. But at the same time, I'm not like so close-minded to the point to where I won't allow other people to express their beliefs.
Right.
So, and I'll definitely, be giving input as far as like, I mean, I'll be sitting back listening for those Jews to drop.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to certain things I might want to speak on, then yes, indeed, I will, get in the conversation for sure and give my opinion. But
Yeah, we just gotta clear things up. I think we're just very important. A lot of things had to be cleared up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that we got that out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So,
And
I'm getting hungry.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep.
Brother, we gotta do this again.
Definitely. When do you think you'll be available?
We gotta get that sister on board.
Yes, sir.
You know
When
what
do
I
you
mean?
think you'll be available? Like, I mean, because I want to make this consistent. Like, we have a scheduled time every day. I mean, like every week or whatever.
I think Saturdays would be good for me, man.
Okay, Saturdays. Like, what do you think? What do you
Same
think?
time.
6:00 Eastern Standard.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, that way I can promote it this week.
Right.
And be able to like just put the word out every single day, and then from there we might have other people that might want to get involved.
Right.
That's why I need to know, like, have some type of schedule to go off of. So okay, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday.
That's right. That'll be good for me.
So brother, yes indeed. Go ahead and grab your bite to eat, man.
Brother.
Relax.
Definitely. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk soon. All right.
Definitely, bro. Be cool.
All right. You want to end this video with any positive sayings?
Well, I mean, as always, what I basically would just like to say is that, I appreciate, us being able to have this platform to come together and be able to collaborate, and speak upon topics that affect us and topics that the youth and, those who are deaf, dumb, and blind can possibly learn from. So if we can continue to build upon this platform, if we change one life, I would say at the end of the day that we have done our job. So I would like to say, peace, black power, African power, or whatever ending that you are that best suits you, wherever
Right.
for all my listeners. So we will catch you guys next time, and until then, peace and love.
Hey.
Peace.